Hello and welcome back to the part 7 of our redrawing existing drawings to create a new extension here at the back. So now that we've done everything in our existing mode with our ceilings and detailing on our little townhouse, I'm going to go to site plan and up to architecture and then reference plane. So I'm going to use my pick lines tool to select this building line. So if I go to floor plan, I know that a reference line is sitting there and I cannot go over this line. Okay, so now that we have this in, I am going to go, yours should be on existing where all the detail is shown. I'm just going to change this section to new construction. And as you can see, Revit takes it away because it's not applicable to this view. So now I'm going to go to new construction so that everything is neatly grayed out and I can see this. So let's just add this, and I'm going to add another reference plane for this boundary line so we can see that one as well, building line, so that you know where to work with. And I'm going to check if we can see the tree component existing. Yes. So I'm just going to go VG so I can just check for my casework. Okay, planting. I want to be able to see this tree so that I know I must work around it. So now I want to create the same wall as we have for the existing. So I'm just going to select it and go CS, and let's go 1.5 meters away. So now we're going to take it to our building line, bring it out, and let's bring it back in over here. So now I'm just going to add a dimension to try and keep these two sides the same. We have 1.6. Are we on that? So we need to keep that the same. And I'm going to change this to 1.615. And that is on the window, which we do not want. So we'll need to take this in and keep it on 2.5 meters. And let's see 2.5 and this. Let's see our depth. Just going to do that so I can see the internal one as well. And let's make this a nice equal 2.8. So now I need to change these walls to show new cavity, because new brickwork needs to be shown as red, which is the standard in South Africa according to SANS 10400 Part A. So I'm going to select these three walls and go edit type, duplicate, and I'm going to call this new. And let's go edit the structure and change the existing brickwork. So now I'm going to right click on it, duplicate, and call this new brickwork. And I am going to change the, let's change the background color here to a light red. Okay, that needs to stay black. Apologies, changed the wrong one. So background fill needs to change to a light red. And then the background of our cut pattern also needs to change to a red. And I'm just going to update the bottom material as well. Let's go preview, and that is what we want. And now we can just hit OK. There we have our brick. So if we go into a 3D view, as you can see, it is not showing up because we are still on the existing phase. If we change this to new construction, there it is. So now we need to take in the roof into account. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going to copy, paste, align to selected levels, and go foundation level. Go OK. And this top level, I'm just going to set it to finish floor level for now, and change my top offset to 0 so that we have that. So the idea is for this floor to sit on that bottom step. So we can go into finish floor level, see, okay, our section is running through that. And there it is. So now we go architecture, level. I'm not going to create a plan view for this. And I'm going to draw in a level line. Go AL. And I'm going to lock that in place. So this, I'm going to call Conservancy FFL so I know what to work with. Okay, there we go. So now these bottom walls, we can select them and we can change the top offset to Conservancy FFL right over there. So now we need to change this to a foundation, new foundation wall. So once again, edit, duplicate, new foundation wall. Go edit type, and we need to change the air. Let's go new. Okay, we don't have a new concrete yet. So let's just scroll to concrete. I'm just going to select one and duplicate, call it new concrete. And surface pattern, I'm going to take off. Cut pattern, I'm going to make concrete, and the background fill, solid fill to green. And I'm going to go OK, apply, and OK. Now we have a foundation wall. So these walls we can select now, and we can take that down to Conservancy FFL, not the top constraint, the base constraint. There we go. So now we need to check for our roofing structure, for our beams to sit above this lintel heights to allow for enough space for our rafter, purlin, and roof sheeting. So I'm just going to leave this as is, but we can go into section. Okay, this seems very small. That is very small. So I'm going to go back into 3D and top constraint, base constraint. So let's do a quick calculation. This needs to 390 minus 750. So we need to add 360 to here, minus 360. So if you go to our section, it is nice and deep. So now back into 3D, I'm going to hide my site, and we need to add a new foundation here. So I'm going to select my foundation and go create similar, CS, and I'm just going to click on these walls, and now I need to change this. So I'm going to highlight all three of them and go edit type, duplicate, new foundation, and this needs to change to new concrete. OK, apply, and OK. So if we go to our section now, we'll have a foundation. Let's see this height. Okay, also 750. Okay, so now let's cut. Let's say to modify, cut, select the site, select the wall, select the site, select the foundation, so that we have a clean cut through it. But as you can see, our site isn't showing any cut patterns. That's because it's drawn in the existing phase. So for drafting purposes, you can change it to new construction and you will get this nice cut pattern. But I'm going to leave it as an existing and do a region fill around this so that it shows it just shows better as a region fill for me, but the site just looks better on 3D for any presentations that you might need to do for your clients. I'm going to change back to hidden line to ensure everything is the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so let's go to floor level, and I'm going to go structure, and now we need to draw in a rafter system. Let me just scroll to this document where table 11 to 15 is, because we now need to see if what the aspired pitch is going to be like for our roof. See table 12, I can less than 25, but it can support it tiled or no. And let's see the support profiled metal. Yes, we are going profiled metal, so that's going to be table 13 in Sans 10400 part L of edition 4 of 2020. So we need to work on 2.8 meters, and I'm going to go for the furthest amount of spacing we can get out of this. And it's going to be not less than not more than 1.2 meters, and we can work on a 70 by 133A. And as you can see, A is commonly available sizes, so that works out perfectly. In and I'm just going to draw in a reference plane over here, and I'm going to go, let me just offset it by 35 so it sits on the center of the beam, and go copy, and let's just MV for move just to offset it another 30. So we know we need to work within this distance for our rafters. So let's do a calculation again. We want not 1.2 spacing, so 5250 divided by 1.2, that is 4.3. So we can do 5 rafters within this. So if we go 5250 divided by 5 rafters, gives us center to center spacing of 1050 millimeters, which works out perfectly. Beam, just gonna change this, duplicate to new edition. Let's go new 70 by 113 edition rafter. Okay, let me just see here. Why is this freaking out? Okay, so we are going to work with 70 by 133, and I'm going to draw it in on this reference plane. Let's go to our section to see if we can find it. Okay, it's not there. There it is. So we now need to be under this, but we also, if we go to floor plan, I am going to create another section. Let's put it over here. So we can go to that one. I'm just going to hide all of this height because we need now to see this bottom of the fascia. And I'm going to go and add architecture reference plane so that we know we need to work underneath this, because this roof, we would like to keep that on the same level and not create a step like that. So let's go back to our section. So there we are. So this now, as you can see, needs to move down. So I'm going to go minus 150, minus 150, just so that we can scoot it. And now I'm going to go AL for align and just, okay, we can't align under that because our roofing material needs to sit under that. Okay, so let's go back to finished floor level. We have our beam, go architecture, roof by footprint, and let's see, existing roof sheeting, and let's duplicate that. New roof sheeting. I'm going to keep it on 50. I'm just going to edit the structure. And I'm going to go and create a new material. I'm going to rename this to new roof sheeting. And my foreground, I'm going to make, let's see, model. Okay, there's nothing there I want to use. Diagonal up, we can use that. And I'm going to make it blue. And the cut pattern, I'm going to make a solid blue as well, because it is steel and steel is supposed to be blue. Let's go OK, apply and OK. Now I'm going to use my rectangle tool. So I'm going to trace it like this. And I'm going to remove, before I remove those, I'm just going to trace the chimney as well. And go SL for split line and TR for trim and extend. Now I'm going to take away all these defined slopes because I want one slope. I'm going to leave it at 30 for now. Just go OK. Section, and there we have it. So I'm just going to move this down. Okay, so you need to be on, let's go with 5 degrees. And I'm going to place this on that, so I know it is still under that, but just my line thickness. If we look here, we can see it is under that fascia board. So we don't cost the client too much in changes. And I'm going to select these, attach to base, and now we need to duplicate for the same fascia according to the Homeowners Association. And let's go create similar, and I'm just going to go edit type, duplicate, call it new fascia. And I'm going to add a material. Let's go create new material again, and double right click, rename new fascia. And surface pattern, solid fill, and I'm going to make this a light yellow. Okay, apply and okay, and let's just add our fascia in. There we go. There we have our fascia. So let's add a gutter. Let's go to architecture, roof, click on the drop down and go gutter. Edit type once again, duplicate, new, caps locks on, new gutter, and we need to add a new material. So go click on the material and click on the little sphere with the plus again, create new material, right click, rename, new gutter. So surface pattern, solid, color, blue, apply and OK, and let's add our gutter. And there we have our roof. Now we just need to align our beam. So section, we need to, as this is new, we can go edit type and check. Okay, it's on the properties panel under materials and finishes. We need to change this as well, so I'm going to duplicate this because that material is probably used somewhere else in the model. So this is new rafter, surface, solid fill, and yellow. And there we go, there we have our yellow. So now we need to move this down more. And I'm going to go to floor plan again. And now we need to go structure, beam, and select our purlins and duplicate that. I'm just going to go purlins and rename that to new so we know what to work with. 50 by 76 is fine. Okay. And this also we can match the color with new rafter. And now I'm just going to, from our wall, draw in our purlin. And there we have it. Again, minus 200 just to give it some movability. And now I can't really see what's going on due to the thick lines, so you can press TL on your keyboard just to remove the thick lines. But this we need to make a, go to the material, and now we can add a cut solid fill yellow so that it's yellow on the cut. Let's go cross section needs to be -5. There we go. And now I'm going to move this one into place. Select the top left for this corner like so. And now I'm going to go 3D. I'm going to hide my roof and I am going to ensure, okay, you are on the correct space. And now I'm going to go and AR for array, select my bottom right corner, ensure we're on last. And let's go with 6. Check our DUNS. I don't like spacing them more than 450. So that's 551, 8. Okay, so we can go with 7. That should be okay, 459. That should be fine. Okay, so let's change this one now. So let's go AL, select the bottom of our purlin and select the top of our rafter. And there we have our first rafter in place. Okay, we'll need to just sort that out. Let's go ungroup. There we go. Okay. Now we need to move this one to here. So I'm gonna, let's see if our floor plan, if we look up, go to our underlay, go attic level, look up, unbounded, let's see, look down. There we go. Finish floor level, unbounded, and look up. So I'm gonna go LW for line work, just to select this truss, this rafter. Okay, but that's not making me allow him to pick it. But this does look fine if we go to the section Lintel height door is still able to open here. And I just need to add a floor as well before we forget that. Okay, I'm gonna do floor plan and I'm gonna switch this off and let's add a new section. I'm gonna add the section over here so that I can see my two reference planes. Just change my detail level to fine. Or by 3, you are going to get hidden. And select my rafter, go AR, show it on last once again. And I am going to move that to here. And earlier we said we want 5. Let's go DI 13, that is still too much. Okay, our calculation said 5. Let's go with 6. Okay, so it's supposed to be 6. Let's just double check. 5020. Oh, what was that? Let me just go back to floor plan. 5250 divided by 5. Okay, so that is the gaps in between them, not the actual purlin. Rafters. Okay, so let's go here. And there we have our rafter system completed. Let me just select here because my pan is freaking out now. So now I need to just ungroup these two and make them okay. I'm going to adjust my section line for that. Let's go finish floor plan. And delete. And we can use that one. Where is that one again? Section 2. Change our detail level to fine. Just ungroup this one as well. You need to go. Okay, 3D. So let's see which one I'm working with here. Ungroup. Take you into the wall. And you need to go there. And you also need to move to the edge of this wall. Okay, so there where I might have a little issue. It's very close to our window. Okay, let me just go top because we need to add our. Let me just hide this. We need to copy this one into place over here so that we can have a spill on this side, but it's not going through our chimney. Just on the edge. There you go. And now I'm going to unhide and unhide. Okay, let's go add a floor in. Finish floor level, go architecture, floor, and I'm going to duplicate the existing floor. Duplicate, new floor, go edit type. This can be 85 with, I'm just going to leave it as screed. Okay, okay, and a rectangle tool. Or we can let's use the line tool for this one. I'm going to select the edge of my cavity, select the edge of my cavity, select the edge of the cavity, go to the wall, and then I'm going to just drag this around the chimney, and let's go trim and extend. Okay, and this is supposed to be on the conservative finish floor level. Okay, save your project, and now we just need to go edit again, edit the material, and we need to change this to new concrete. Apply and OK. So that we have this. And now I'm going to go modify, join, click on my floor, click on my foundation wall, so we have a cleaner connection over there. Okay, so we have 133 rafter, and we need 100 more ceiling. As per Sun's XA, according to climate zone 4, if we can go to our site plan, we need a 100 mil extruded polystyrene XPS ceiling. So let's go to our finished floor level again and go switch this back on so we know where our rafters is sitting. Then go to architecture, ceiling, edit type, duplicate, and I'm going to call this new ceiling. We already have it on 100, so I'm going to go OK. Sketch ceiling, and this needs to sit a rectangle tool, and our ceiling needs to sit in between our rafters. Okay, so there I need to use the line tool. Like so. And I'm just going to trim and extend it. And the rectangle tool I can use here again. And a rectangle tool I can use here. And then line tool again. Let's just throw it in, and we can switch off the underlay just to ensure we are doing. I'm just going to go OK, trim and extend one more time. Trim and extend. And I'm going to switch off this underlay so I can get a clear indication of where my walls are. Let's go here, edit boundary again, just to make sure things like this, let's make it big screen again. And you need to sit on that line. Okay, everything there seems fine. You, sir, need to move there. You need to snap there. And let's just adjust our lines. Okay, that seems fine. Okay, you need to move up because you are on the plaster band line. Okay, and this one. There we go. So let's go okay. We need to edit it again because we need to add a slope arrow. So I'm going to go slope. Let's take it from the bottom, like so. Select your slope arrow and change the specific to slope. We have a 5-degree slope, and let's go okay. And there we have our sloped ceilings. So I'm going to go back to my section, and you need to move down and you are going on the top of the rafter so that there is a bit of an exposed rafter with our ceiling. So now we can go add a detail L. I'm going to take a medium line just to create an X through this part, and I'm going to select both, create group, and I'm going to copy them all of my new purlins. There we go. And now to check if we comply with something under part C, we have a 2.2 meter height on this. With that, 2.1 meters is the minimum, but we can check top as well so that we can do a click there 2.5. Oh, this is sufficient. And now we have our extension with all our detailing, our walls. Now we just need to go into floor plan, and I'm going to select this window because we are going to take out this window and keep it an opening with a nice little railing. So I'm going to go, it's created in the new phase, but we want it demolished in the new construction phase, like so. So now I'm going to hover here and go tab and select this brick wall because we are not breaking it up. I am going to select it and hide it and go architecture, railing, and I'm going to draw in a new railing. So let me just adjust this section line quickly, split element, and I'm going to go to my section. Where is that railing? You need to be on finish floor level 600. So now I am going to just tab again until I select this wall and hide it. And I'm going to select this, change its height to finish floor level with an offset of 600 so that our railing is sitting over here. But this is a new railing, so we now need to go edit type, duplicate, and go new, and this is where I'm pointing at. Type in it, is it over here? No. So I'm just going to go OK, override graphics in view by element, and I'm going to go cut lines, solid, just so that they can be indicated. So I'm going to leave this as demo lines because we need to showcase that we are removing that window. And now we need to go and create a family for our big doors over here. The reason why I'm leaving this window is because the client doesn't want a window in this side looking onto the neighboring property for this bedroom. And we can't enclose it, then we will need to add a window here due to the fresh air regulation in SANS 10400. So there we have our addition drawn in, and now we just need to create a stacking door, French door-ish family according to a catalog. Okay, let's go and create our door. So I'm gonna go for this one. It's in the Swartland catalog. You can just Google that and it will most likely take you to its catalog, to their catalog. So the 3 meter by 2.1 is what we are going for. And then we will due to this being the max opening span, should be just fine with the thing above the lintel. I'll have to go and double check on that to see that everything is up to code. So let's go and create our door, and then we can do necessary adjustments afterwards. So file, new family, and I'm gonna go with, okay, so we know our width is 3 meters, and I'm going to delete, just move that there, go to the exterior view, and delete these lines. Our height is 2 point. There we go. There we have our opening for our doors. So now I'm gonna copy these in because we have 5 panels, and I'm gonna go deep and just add. Okay, so I need to add an additional reference plane. Just go click on the dimension line, edit witness line, and then you can add another one. Okay, so we want this to be equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Okay, so let's go calculator. 3000 divide by 5, 600. So I'm going to do this manually. 600. And do you need to move? Okay, that's the center line. Okay, so I'm going to take you to that one. There we go. Then I'm going to copy this one. 600. Yeah, that should work. Edit witness lines. Okay. We just need to adjust this one. Equal. So there we have our reference planes for our door openings. So let me just go and view brands. We want Swartland. So I'm going to set up my properties for this door family. Aluminium, we want a 5-panel door. So how wide is our structural opening? We know it is 3 meters. Which direction do you want it to open? Let's go from right to left. So if we want it to open left, we're going to go with a charcoal color. Okay, so let's go identity data. Add our description. And I'm going to go just save this image quickly. 3 meters by 2.1 meter door. And let's go type image. Type image, if you click on that, I'm just going to go add, go to my downloads. There it is. Okay, there we have that. Type comments, I'm going to make door, new door we are currently working with, and I am going to add the manufacturer URL, manufacturer Swartland, and our model code is that, and assembly code, I'm just going to make that the same. Okay, so now we have our stuff sorted. Now we can get to the modeling. Let's go to create, extrusion, and I am going to go with my rectangle tool just to create one, and then I can copy it throughout. So I'm going to go with an offset again, minus 50, like so. Extrusion, let's set our work plane, reference planes, exterior, interior. Okay, so I'm just going to go okay for this for now. Floor plan, and call this center. So that I can work with that center line, because we don't want it to look like this. So now I'm going to go edit work plane and click on center so that it's centered, and go 25 minus 25, just so that it's properly centered on my wall. Okay, back to exterior view, and click on your frame, and remember to add the subcategory as frame in million. And this is going to be a new material that we are going to make solid and blue, cut pattern, solid fill, blue. I forgot to rename it. Let me just go back in, right click, rename, new aluminum. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to create, extrusion, rectangle, and on the inside I'm going to add a rectangle. So according to our note, it's glazed with 4mm toughened safety glass. So set work plane, center, and extrusion into start -2 for our 4mm, and this is glass, and let's just add glass. Okay, okay. And if we look in 3D view, there we have our glass panel. Let's go back to exterior. Remember, it's opening up this way. Inside, right to left, external left to right. So now I'm just going to move that out the way and go annotate, symbolic line, doors projection, and just add a small little arrow so that we know this goes that way. But this also have a hinge, so I'm going to go back to annotate, symbolic line, and go elevation swing. So that's going to go from there to there to indicate the hinge that it's on and the lockable area. So now I'm just going to go and highlight everything since I've already created one, and now I'm just going to place it in. Let's see our 3D view. That looks 100%. So you can go into detail and make this a nested family by adding door hinges and things like that. But for my purposes, I'm just doing a basic illustration of the door due to me having all of this already with the image for the contractor to go and buy this product. So I'm going to load it in first to see what it looks like. And let's just add it in there. Go DI, because I want to center this door. Okay, so I'm just going to keep it on equal. And just let's see our not supposed to be finished floor level, conveyancy floor level. Just go here, and there we have our big door in place. And let's go to edit type and see, okay, it's showing everything. But now I just need to go and save this family. Family. Let's click on this one at the top. Family one. I'm gonna go file, save as family. I'm just gonna go to my file and call this new conservancy door. Load and close. Okay, now I just need to change you. Okay, let's see door schedule. Okay, so I have one already here, and it's currently showing me that door, but I want it to show new construction only, and our garage door is not new construction, so I'm just going to put this on the side so we can know. Okay, so that's that door existing. Let me just check here. Fields. We want the type, image, description, type, comments. Our filter. We don't want the filter, sorting and grouping. Let's see, filter, type, comments, okay. Appearance. Okay, this looks fine. Let me just go to 3D view. Maybe there's something hiding because of this. Oh, I'm just going to change the type comments of this one. Take it out. Edit. Filter. Type comments equals door. Okay, there we go. There we have our door schedules. I'm just going to go to my site plan page and I'm going to drop it here so that I can ensure everything is working great. And my window schedule. Okay, that's okay. We don't have windows in yet. Those are existing. I need to go change their names. So I have done a room schedule that I've arranged by via floor because I need to do fenestration calculations on this property, which we can do now. So let me go 3D view, go click on this, and this description is existing window, copy. It does not have uh, this thing shouldn't jump like that. It's very irritating. Manufacturer is not Swartland. It's Windows, and that is wrong. And the type image is wrong as well. But I'm just going to keep it as existing window. Go, okay. Let me see this one. Existing window. This one we need to change as well. Assembly code, description. That needs to go. That needs to go. Okay. Let me just check this type comments here. Windows. No, this needs to go Windows ground floor, and this one I need to copy to be able to Windows ground floor, and then this one. This thing ground floor, okay, and this one. Take out that, put in that, and just adjust it to match the others. Window schedule, existing window, filter, type comments. Okay, so this is my top window. This is existing dormer window. And I am going to format it by type image being a hidden field. This is window schedule, attic. And if I can just drag it in here. Okay, existing dormer window, we have that. So I only want these. So U value till formatting, U value till type comments can be a hidden field. So we have for our first floor, if we look at our 3D model, we have this door, we have this window and this window. So this door, if we go take our width of 1.2, calculate that, 1.26 times 2.1 gives us 2.6. And now we need to take into consideration these two. So it's the previous answer plus 1.82 gives us 4.466. And if I go to this for my attic, this needs to change to 4.466. And now we can see any solution is permissible for our attic floor. And now I'm going to go to my Windows Schedule Attic, right click, duplicate, and ground floor. So now I just need to go edit, filter, this needs to change to ground floor, existing window, existing. Okay, so one is bathroom, one is kitchen, and the other is the big ones. So this one, you put this thing, window, bathroom. Let's get that extra A out. There we go. And then kitchen, just so that they show up properly on description and we know what to work with. And then we have this schedule that ties into this because this is on our perimeter walls of our building, external facade, and that is 3 by 2, which is 6 square meters. So it's, let's go calculate 8.14. Total glazing area 14.4 gives us 14%, and we now have any solution possible for any type of glass that we use. Good. So every time we now go and add a window or something here, then we will need to update those calculations. Okay, so we have that now, but I want to add some more light into this building. I'm just gonna go sun path, sun settings, and go keep it on my finished floor level. Or we can, that's a bit too low. We can go okay, okay. Okay, I'm just gonna see something went wrong there. Ground plane level at, let's go see what it does there. Okay, so I didn't have to really change anything. Okay, so I am going to try and add, let's just add a elevation view to see, go to view, elevation. I'm just going to place it here at the back so that I can make sure that my lines are showing. Okay, so this one now is incorrect. It needs to flip to open to the right hand side. Okay, that seems fine. I'm just going to delete that section. Okay. We can add, okay, we have 1.39, 1.39 to the left. Maybe we can add an additional window. Where is that note again that I made? And 300 millimeters left, 300. This is a solid wall. We cannot have less. So we might, 300 and 300 gives 600, so we can put a 600 window in here and in here. So I'm going to go to a previous project and just family. Okay, well, we're waiting for it to load. Okay, go to 3D just to check again. Okay, so I am going to check this one. This is gonna name this. Okay, you need to be sheet collection. Cancel submission so that you can just fall in there and it's gonna name it schedules. Since this is over here, okay, there's that one. window schedule attic. Already have that. That one I can take out. This one I can take out. And from my site plan, I am just going to copy all of this so that I can just arrange them. Okay, that, copy it over, and there we go. And I am just going to place this neatly under one another. And luckily, we are complying with our requirements. Let me just open up this other Revit file here real quick. We want the side light edit. I'm going to just file save as family. Okay. Um, let's see. Okay, full side doors. Okay, so I don't need to resave it and create duplicate stuff. I did forget that I already saved it, so now I'm going to go insert, load family, and go to my drawing office, Kenzo, fold the side doors, select my side light, save my project. Go architecture, window, go just make sure. Okay, so I am going to try just put off those things. Okay, and you can be 50. Let's make you got 90 mils left, so 395, 395, 395, and that is spaced nice and equal. So I'm just going to copy this into place here and do the same on this side. 395, 395, there we go. Now we have some additional air ventilation, so this floor level needs to drop to conservancy level. I'm just going to edit this family. I'm going to delete, before I delete them, exterior, annotate symbolic lines, window projection, and I'm just going to select those lines, and now I am going to delete these 3D lines because I want them to show in my 3D view. I only want them on elevations. Let's go window. I want the nice dashed lines that I really like. So let's go aluminium frame and your color, frame material. Okay, let's go aluminium frame, surface pattern blue because we want this to match the other one, and cut pattern also blue. If we create a section through it, then we know. Okay, override, and I'm going to go check why that's not showing. Aluminium frame, just re-added inside of the project, and I cut. Oh, there it updated. Okay, that's the parameter that requires me to re-add it in here. There we go. Let's check our elevation. There we go. We have nice side lights for additional ventilation, and then we have our big door. And we have our anchorage complying with our Sunstein 400 port K, not less than 300 millimeters. Okay, just double check table 28, got cavity wall. Okay, that's double garages. Section through that, let's see, pre-stressed concrete lintels. Okay, then we have 3 meters. We'll need light roofs, profile sheeting, yes. And we then need, what do we need? What do we need? 4 to 5 brick courses. Minimum number of courses above pre-stressed lintel. We have 3 meters. So we need 5 brick courses. And if we go to our section, we need to do our lintel, and then we need to now lift up this roof because we need our 140 by 90, 90 times 5, 450 plus 90 gives us 540. And let's go calculate 540 minus, let's go with 330, 210. So now I'm going to select all of this. This needs to move up to 10. I don't know what you are going to delete, but to 10, okay, delete the dimension. I don't care about the dimension. I care about complying. Okay, there we go. It seems that we have to re-add, but this is fine as it's still on the fascia. We can just adjust our gutter there. So that is just complying. Let me just quickly re-add all of this. Okay, gutter. Select our new gutter. Okay, there we go. And now all of you need to move up. Move, my guys. Okay, but you O's as well. Let's go move. There we go. AL. There you go. And I am going to just go hide this, hide this. Select all of your roof trusses and make it a group, otherwise you will have to adjust them one by one. Ungroup, group. Okay, thank you very much, Revit. Section, select this, and I'm going to move it up. There we go. It's going to go ungroup. You need to move. select this and just put it into the wall. And there we go. Now we are complying. Let's go structure, beam. I just want to see, okay, let's go to floor plan so we can access the beams. Okay, we don't have a concrete beam to do our nice little lintels. I'm just going to select this wall, go edit type, and go insert, insert, down, 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 and go like so. And I'm just going to go see if there is some gypsum plasters. Let's search. Plaster. Okay, so we have plaster bands. I'm just going to copy that and call it new plaster. Surface pattern is getting gypsum plaster. Like so, and the background is a solid fill. I'm just going to make this color black so it stands out. Solid fill, yellow, and apply, and okay. And the thickness is 10. 8. Why did you delete it? Okay, let me just add thicknesses in post this time. See if it remembered it. There we go. Okay, search it again. New plaster, graphics. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, there we have our plaster. We go in here. You see brick and our plaster. But I am going to make the plaster a bit less hectic, like it currently is. I'm just gonna make it a bit more so that there's a bit depth between the timber and the actual plaster. Okay, so let me just put my roof back. There we have our nice addition. So next we are going to do our lintels, and we are going to set up our sheets for publishing, and we can do a floor finish adjustment. Well, thank you for watching on to how to creating your nice little addition in phasing. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.